whole life growing up, I never felt like the spirit, how they tell you to feel the spirit. Like, I know what spirit feels like, you know? And so when you be running around, I be like, this, I don't know if that spirit, like not like that. Like, even when I was a kid, like, because I'm like, I know I heard God and I know how God feels, you know? And so when I was younger, I always used to say that, like, my mom, God is mean. Like, I don't want to be a part of her God. And I always used to ask God, who is you? And I would get answers, you know, like, through the word and all that, like, reading and studying. But when you go to church, like, I just never felt. I only had one church that I went to and I felt the spirit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know what the spirit is.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Because, listen, right? Because everybody doesn't, well, look, at the same time, you can't say that because everybody doesn't have discernment. So it's like, I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, but at the same time, do you really know?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So, like,
but when you grow up, I'm telling you, it's like shackles. You think about it, and I was, like I said, I've been studying and all that. I never wanted to, whoever my mom's God was, I never wanted to be a part of that. Because I knew his God hurt me, angry. This is not a God that's an all-knowing God. You know, whoever y'all are talking about.
See? Oh, my God.
I see.
How good did you say that? Why? Because you gotta remember. I'm a guy. You gotta remember in the Bible alone, right? The Bible states that. All right, cool. Yeah, it has God in there, right? But it also has the Most High, right? Then it also has this Jesus that everybody follows.
Yeah.
You feel me?
The great is the Most High.
Yeah, that's a fact. But who is the Most High? Who is the Most High? Who is the Most High?
It's none of your business. He's a good, loving person. That's all you need to know.
A person? No, not a person at all.
It's not a person.
Hold up. I turned down a little bit. Well, what created energy?
Not man.
I feel as though consciousness. I feel as
though. They say that, you know, you feel what I'm saying? That's how high I go. What created energy? Because if I take 3 items of a packet, sugar, and water, I make Kool-Aid. It sounds like a chemist. You know, everything is created. Then it wouldn't have a name. It wouldn't have a name.
Energy cannot be created nor destroyed in the universe.
That's crazy.
That's the subject I'm talking about. What created that?
Christianity teaches you, like, I'm telling you, all of them are all like the same, like the denominations and stuff. You know, like it's those are man-made little things that they put together. And I was like putting it together as a young kid. I was young in the Sunday school, like, this is not who God is. Like,
and this don't make, and then at the same time, I was like, this don't make sense.
Well, but if you say that, you questioning God, and they don't like that. People say when you question God, they don't like that, so they tell you not to question God. But I always found that weird. Like, why would God give me a brain to tell me I can't use it? That's just weird.
Exactly.
And free will.
Exactly. Listen.
So listen, y'all. I'm about to. All right. So Christianity is a cult. You can look up the definition of a cult, and you will find it out.
It is
basically now. Like it's like a form of control, and like over the masses.
For the weak.
Yeah, it's exactly like me.
Hey, we're pretty strong in here, brother.
Like, you know how y'all.
I'm gonna say your mic going out.
It's an obvious thing that, you know, I'm not saying that I don't believe in Jesus Christ. I'm saying that I believe really the Trinity. I understand the Trinity. You get me what I'm saying? And I was putting it all together. I understand how you could be 3 in 1 because all of us are 3 in 1. You get me? Yes. You're a father because that's a head rolling, like it's a father. And so you're a son sometimes, right? You could be a son. And you could also be, what? A daughter, right? You can't place.
Not me. I would never be that.
Never. But I'm just saying, like, as a
no.
I understand what she's saying.
You have to step into these roles. So as God, he was 3 in 1. I understand that, you know, like as I was coming up, I understand all of that. But I just didn't understand how God could leave you so impoverished and these people, like, you know, I was just putting everything
She close. She close to it. What's the 3 thing? Like, you are something, but no, something that
honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure she worded earthly.
She putting the hammer to the nail right now. Like, I mean, I'm telling y'all, like, she on it, right? And it's the same thing we all talking about in different ways. But, you know, continue.
Yeah, get deeper. Yeah, she's saying it.
It's deeper than that. Like, I see. But, you know, smaller churches do the bigger impact than the mega churches. And I'm just thinking about that, too. Like, I don't see nothing the mega churches is doing. Like, when I was younger, I was funny because it's obvious. Like, I don't know if y'all feel it. I don't feel the spirit of it.
We know it.
Yeah, that's the difference. We know now.
Like, you laughing, yeah.
Some don't make sense.
It's key. That's why you gotta get your done.
And he was sent here. Like, it is 3. We are 3.
No, but it's the thing, right? So, like, what it comes down to, she's correct on this. This one thing that really stuck out to me.
Can I tell her?
We all. All right, look, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say this: we all have 3 illness, right? We got the good, the bad, and also the balance, right? And you can name it the way that you want to name it, but it's the good, the bad, and the balance, right? So it gets to a point where it's like you gotta realize, like, it's either you want to go one route, the other route, or you're gonna be at the middle state to where it's either
I'm about to hit it with the boom, bro. The real 3 is the 3 dimensions, like real stuff. You think even the internet. It's check me out. You know what I'm saying? Like it for real. Like if you want to put in another 3, it's past, present, and future and stuff like that. The other 3 is it's for real. All right. There's dimensions. All right. There's something going on, like the same thing that we're doing somewhere else, but in another way. You know what I'm saying? And that's another you. And they have the rough you. Like, say, all right, I'm gonna put it in the character of imagination. However, all right, you got your bad you, the one that's on a motorbike and the hard and bad. Same lifestyle, same whatever, but just a rough you. Then you got your nerd you, real smart you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your time in the neighborhood you and stuff like that. All 3 of them, like, make a one you right now. Like, you know, sometimes people say you acting, you know, you like your bad side come out here. Sometimes people get in tune with it to where like they just you know think of a they just imagine. Yeah.
You know,
so
it's
also a.
My turn.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You stopped it. Yo, camera went out. I mean,
my camera went off.
I mean, not the camera.
My mic?
Your audio. Yeah.
I should go get the other one. But yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, and I'm telling you, I learned this. If you don't believe me, test me. I bet you I'm more right than wrong. And the whole thing about it. See, the 3 is you do have choices. All right, you have a choice every day. I made a plan to myself, and I was going to pick the 100% right choice. Like, I ain't about to put a percentage of none of the balance. That's the gray area. Oh, that's the other one. 3 I wanted to see. The good and the bad. The yin. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Left and right.
That's right.
You the fork in the road. However terminology you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people that's weird. They knew, you know what I'm saying, in a way to try to break it down so you understand. You know, like a Mexican trying to learn English. You know, you'll say it in so many different ways. You go,
Yo, can I say something next?
like, I'm trying. This is the top of it. It's the top of it, I'm telling you. You heard me? Now, if you want to live the yin and the yang and the gray, you know what I'm saying? You force your energy. Like, everybody knows, or whatever, that's what they're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Meditating, You're tapping into, your dimensions, your ancestors, places that whatever. You have 3 different choices when you wake up and go sleep. I promise you, I couldn't get up. I was so deep asleep. Well, I didn't even know I was asleep. Like, goddamn. You know what I mean? Like whatever. No, I'm in something else. Whatever. But I'm going now. I agree. You could jump in that dimension. You could be a bad guy. That's why they got reverse and all this type. I mean, like, why y'all keep going back to jail type of people? Then they got your ones that like why can't they got their credit going together. You know what I'm saying? They don't bother nobody. They got then they got your ones that's like up on some a rebel or whatever. They know everything. They like the Joker or whatever. I ain't scared. Boy, I don't care what you got. Bitch, I'll punch you down. You heard me? I'm taking your chemicals. Type of dudes. And they sell out here and a stack of money. They birthed it. Like, man, I don't need this, y'all, man. Ain't nothing. I'm sure y'all can get way more than what y'all thinking. Look. Yeah. And there it goes, and then says that shit free. Or you can live yin and yang. If you want to, you feeling bad, you feeling good. You know?
Hey, look, I wanna hear. I mean, Top G out. I wanna hear him out. You feel me? He got something to say. Go ahead, Top G.
This is Smokey, bro. If you can't tell.
No, first off, I know your voice. First off, this is one thing about me. I know everybody's voice. I don't care if you got a different name or all that. I'm saying that I know everybody's voice.
Bitches ain't shit. Like,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Bitches ain't shit.
Go ahead.
Like, all right.
You're getting off topic.
Nah, man. She got me off topic. Fucking around with her. All right. So I kind of agree with the dude next to me, but I don't. So like the universe runs on frequencies and vibrations, and whatever frequency, if you put out a higher frequency, then you will ascend upwards. You know, if you are a lower negative vibrational being,
I speak at a level.
Yeah, you will go down.
I speak at a level.
Decent.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, balance, bro. Balance.
It's 11 though.
Balance.
Yeah. So it's all about, like, say if you're a good person, you have positive thoughts, then yeah, you're gonna ascend to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the frequency that you're putting out is a high frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are energy in the inside of us. That is our soul. Like, we are an energy being of light. You know what I'm saying?
And it's obvious, like even in the Bible put it all together for you. Like you could really read the Bible and it gives you a lot.
The Bible was also written by a man, though. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying
so
is
it's kind of
hard. I understand the pieces. You feel me? We're saying there's pieces that's supposed to be put together. Everybody really got a lot of. We really talking about the same stuff. You think about the.
In different ways, right? This is why
God is in you.
Right?
Like, God is inside, like, in you through your consciousness.
So look,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
look.
That's why, like, how somebody was talking about going to this guy was talking about going to like different, like, it is 3 different dimensions. I am an interdimensional being because I astral project. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to tap into the astral realm. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I'm an interdimensional being because I can.
No, I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Realms. You know what I'm saying?
You get that? I understand that. I'm gonna say to you, man. That's pretty cool. And I want to ask you a few questions anyway, but I mean, you gotta explain. I can feel it.
All right, well, look, no. Look, on the road, if you wanna ask any questions at this moment, go ahead, bro. Ask your questions.
That's so great.
Because on my end, it's more on the
yeah. Do you know who sent Scorpion to kill Ryan? Because think about it, there's the two different origins of the Orion star clusters and stuff. There's the originals and there's the elders. And as before, I caught myself researching. Like, I just wanted to see if I could find the lost truth of them. And, but then, because it was a big star war. And like you saying that, was it y'all? Do you know? It's like, what is it? Do you know who sent Scorpion to kill Orion?
I don't.
In the star? Okay, but that's down the line for me. What you the answer project?
No. Not. Listen, first off, no. Listen, but this thing, you said you had questions. So I mean, don't get too much on it. I understand that, but I mean, if you got questions, ask your questions.
We talked about.
That's all I really wanted to know. Like, I'm cool with everything else. I'm good.
Okay.
But yeah, he's another star. He's another star cluster. So
I'm thinking that I am what are
Egyptian?
No,
yeah.
Well, I do have. I do have.
Yeah, see, I knew that's what they say.
But I think that honestly, I'm a.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're not an indigo.
No.
Yeah. What? You got all that intelligence? You too loud. You lazy, but you guys, hey.
I smoke too much weed, man.
That ain't gonna do that.
A Pleiadian. I feel like I'm a Pleiadian because, like, I feel like my mission is to make people happy.
So you're the empath too?
Oh, I'm very.
So for the individuals, real quick, for the individuals that don't know what a
Pleiadians, you know what I'm saying?
For those individuals that don't know what that is, can you explain what a Pleiadian is?
Basically,
the number one.
They are another dimensional beings that are from the Pleiadian star system. And basically, what they do is to like how I like to share joy, and I like to make people I like to see people happy. Basically, they're just they're empathic as fuck. They have telekinesis. Well, not telekinesis, but they can talk telepathy. Us humans, we were actually before languages created. We were actually beings that talk telepathically and we were actually. That's why when you get together and you have sex with a woman that you truly love, that's why she can kind of read your mind and she has what is that word intuition, because when you have sex, you drop off some of your DNA inside of her, and the DNA interlocks. So that way, she could tell if something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's all spirit. Like a woman is the bridge to the spiritual world, and the physical. You know what I'm saying?
Especially a black one. On the real, she got the melanin.
But y'all don't know how to unlock that. I promise y'all don't know how to unlock it. Because let me tell you, black men will get you so fucking frustrated that you're ready to burn down houses and shit. You get me? Why?
You a lady.
Wait.
I'm saying
No, I was about to say
because that shit is really like.
No, that's the thing.
I be ready to blow.
You talking about black boys, okay?
Listen, I be ready to blow stuff. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Fighting and stuff. He's in the fighting cell phone. Go ahead on there. Poor nigga throw orange at you.
Listen.
I was. Just something random. Bunch of monsters people take those shit. Want something to do.
Listen, you get a good woman. I see what a good woman produces with. Okay? I see my grandma.
A good woman, and she did something. I can see her sitting in the bed.
And you know this whole thing going out with like feminism and all that shit.
It's a battle between men and female, male, female.
No, it's the battle about life. You know, they want people to depopulate the earth. So why not do something to put two sexes?
People just died
because they don't want people to come together like we used to be. You know, everybody, if you were poor, were slaves. It didn't matter what color you were. If you were poor back in the day, you were a slave. You know what I'm saying?
So, I'm a slave.
No, I'm talking about back in the day.
He said back in the day. He said, listen, back in the day, no matter what you look like, it was about rich and poor. So if you was a person of whatever background or skin color, if you ain't the fucking rich, you're a slave. Point blank simple. That's what he just said.
And it's the same. And they only see one side of it.
How did you know you was doing that?
They only see one side of it, and that's just to separate the races. Like you know what I'm saying? That's to make everybody beef with each other. Like me, I don't beef with nobody. I like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to preach love, man. But like it's all systematically designed for us to be at each other's throat. When really we should be fucking at the government's throat. We should be putting our we should be putting our foot on their fucking throat, pushing down. But we're not.
In Disney, they could make some type of Wakanda with the spin off. You know what I'm saying?
But on the real,
Walter came back.
This is one of the reasons why I really fuck with, Smokey, Top G. Because on the real, he touches on a lot. He touches on a lot of different things that are very, very important when it comes down to the what we call spiritual community. And as I told Smokey before, I'm like, yo, I dislike when individuals feel as though that a person that's not of color aren't connected. Do you not understand that? Do you not understand that? Listen, hold on, fuck over that. Listen, hear me out. Excuse my language. What I'm saying is this. Yo. There are individuals that are from each what we call where we really come from,
Star Cluster.
that would use certain that would use vessels to get the message out because they know what's going on Earth. This is one of the only places. First off, this is the main place where it's a lot that come with Earth. It's a school, and at the same time, it's a school that's getting how can I put it? Earth itself is a school that is becoming a jail. Earth itself is becoming a place to where it's like, yo, it was like, first off, this will be a place where you can learn and you can really live your life. It came to a point where it was invaded. It was invaded to the point where it's like, boom. Now a lot of us are coming here. The individual that I'm talking to that's going to feel this is going to feel this. We are coming here to get it back to where it's supposed to be at because it was never supposed to be this type of way. At the same time, in these higher realms, as far as consciousness, we can't interfere because we understand universal law. So it's like it's certain things that we can't do being on these other levels of consciousness or understanding. This shit goes way deeper.
Right away, it all falls down on your frequency and your vibration.
Yeah, you do what you want, man.
Like
This is your world.
Look.
The higher the wise.
See, listen.
Top G.
Listen, wait, I'm Top G, listen, I'm smooth, I'm gonna let you go. Right? I'm gonna let you go. But this is my main point. Earth alone is only supposed to be an experience.
Yep.
Learning at that in a teaching place where you can learn certain things. Because everybody came here for a reason. This is not where we initially from.
It's not fair.
Wait, you think that it's people that think that, I mean, when you pass away, once this vessel is gone, it's other individuals that think, oh yeah, that's it. No, that's not it. You from somewhere else. You just came here because you have a reason to be here. But I digress.
So now I got another thing to add on that. So what they say basically is that when you're put on Earth, because when you were here, when you keep reincarnating, is because you didn't you didn't learn your lesson or you didn't complete your mission that you were supposed to. Like you didn't like I said about the frequencies and vibration, dude. The higher the frequencies, and the higher your vibration, dude, that you're putting out, it's like you got a DNA that's locked, that's unknown inside of your body. But once you're putting out good vibrations, high, it starts to unlock. You know what I'm saying? You start to
So that trick.
Start to be able to use more of your brain and shit like that.
All right.
With that alone, right? I was in a live. I was talking to I was in live earlier, and I was talking to if y'all know Queen Esther and also Bird. I was talking to them. I was in a live earlier talking to both of them, and when I say electric, when I say,
thank y'all, man. Y'all cool.
When I say they realized, I mean, not even realized, but they really felt the energy that I'm on. Oh my God, the best way I can put it is this.
It's electric. Boogie.
No, he's stupid.
That's what it is.
I don't know. What you been up me?
My thing is this. You gotta read for yourself about energy and anything. That's how I tell people. You cannot follow nothing. At this point, it's given. Don't follow nothing because really, following is really just not what it's seen.
That's
like
a
I
fact.
said, I'm not. You could feel like what is going on. I've been looking around. I know that lady is not running. Why is she running around? I always be doing that when I go to church. I don't know what it is y'all doing because all I see y'all doing is theatrics.
Don't do that.
What?
There we go. Yeah, see, I control the content.
No, but that's just how I be feeling. When I was younger, I'd be like, well, I don't feel nothing but this one church. When I used to go to that church, I knew God was in that church. I walk in, I felt God. I know where he at. And let me tell you, when they hit that one song, when it's time for offering, you know how it go. I don't know if y'all ever been to a black church, but when you go to this, I don't even know. Worship Center was like a non-denominational.
It's a different. Yeah.
You step in the church, you know when the spirit there when you step in the church. I don't know, if somebody ever been to a good church, you were in a good church. I don't know. It's a different feeling. And I've been to a lot of churches.
And this is the thing about look, I'm about to get a grant to go back to school. I was going to study hypnosis.
Study hypnosis. Listen, I can't even say I wouldn't even say Christianity because I'm in a form of Christianity. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not Christianity. Since I was younger, I knew it wasn't Christianity. God is not Christianity.
No, but look, right? So with that alone, yeah. Listen, get over here.
Hello?
You gotta remember, like, I mean, listen, think about it. That's why, I mean, every ministry that you go to is not the same. You don't feel the same walking in every ministry or a church. You feel me? You never feel the same. Why? Because it may not be for you. Now, this is the thing. I'm not saying that church alone is a bad thing. And I'm not saying every pastor that comes along in any ministry or church is a bad person. This is the thing. It's more on what you get from it. What you can discern from what is righteous and what isn't. It's a lot that it's.
That's what the commercial said. Did anybody see that new commercial when that lamb had got loose and jumped in the back of that man's truck? He went in town. He walking around. He had a little sushi. Went to the tattoo shop. Walked back in the barn with a lightning bolt on the side. I'm like, yeah, tell Frank I'm back here. Or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. I look at it, that's like church or something like that. I mean, like they be like, y'all are my flock, you're my shepherd. But all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold up, man, I want a wolf skin coat. You know what I mean? Y'all tripping. I'll still, be part of society, but I'm just letting you know, man, if I won't leave, I'll leave. But I believe in y'all, but I got my own mind of what I believe in. Not in bad if you want it.
Snoop real life.
Easy to be obvious, but good. So that's what I would look at a commercial like that. You know what I'm saying? That new commercial. Something like that.
Hey, yo, Dre.
Yes,
just let you know I'm on my YouTube live, going live with this conversation. You know what I mean? Just letting you know and shit like that.
I appreciate you letting me know. I mean, I appreciate that. At the same time, I'm gonna let you know this. I'm gonna let you know this, bro. I saw when you went live. First off, I saw when you went live because I mean I'm subscribed and I got the bell activated. So I saw when you went live for a good like hour, or maybe going to an hour now. I seen it when you went live. Just letting you know.
Oh yeah.
I already knew what was going on.
Yeah, I left. I went live and I left. And then when I came back, I said, "Hold on, shit, baby. Make sure I tell them shit like that." Because I was live for a minute, but I wasn't here.
Yeah, so it's a lot of things that's being spoke on that I feel as though, I mean, it's your boy Dre. Listen, you can find me on, my name is Nadre. My name is Nadre, and I put the Soigné behind me, which is French for well groomed and all that. But listen, Nadre Soigné, that's me. But listen, this is something that I'm doing right now because it's a lot of good energy in the room. At the same time, it's like it's not a good thing that we talk about on this side. Shout out to Good Overhead. Shout out to God. Shout out to Knowledge is Key. You feel me? Much love to every individual that's in the live at this moment. And the people that was here before, I'm not gonna keep throwing shout outs because y'all ain't here. But listen, this conversation is things that I feel as though nowadays I always like at a point I was like, all right, well, these are deep conversations, right? But it's at a point where it's like, nah, I had to stop saying deep. Nah, these are normal conversations that need to be had on every platform. If you're not tapped in on this energy, then I mean it's not meant for you to be here. Point blank simple. I digress.
Yeah, I felt that was cool, man. You damn right. You said it with your chest. Man, like I'm tripping. Like I gotta say this every now and then. A crew, they're like, hey, you know this piece or something? You know anything about that? There's some stupid ass shit like that, man. Like, what are you talking about? I ain't talking crazy. Straight facts.
What's up, Scott?
I'll show you the facts. Let's go. Even if let's go. It's not like we just researching bad information. See, if it was...
And at the same time, wait, real quick. I'm going to let you go GOD, but I'm going to say this. It's not all about research, right? Because everything that you know is already implanted in you. You already know what it is. Now, what you doing research will enhance what you already know. Because you're trying to remember. You're trying to remember. But it's already in your DNA. Yeah. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You gotta unlock it. It's like I just came up with the name. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I want to put General on deck, and I was like GOD, but I was GS on here. I put, and then there you go. As I've been on here, I mean, like from the organization that I you know what I'm saying, I formed. We up to like 40 strong. I don't know. We had made it a goal the day you did, but we only been like 4 months. From joining spoken word contests to being an All-Stars, I tried out for AGT twice just to make sure you did. My confirmation type of things that I know and I acknowledge. Like, where did that noise come from? You know what I'm saying?
But
you heard that?
At the same time, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Now, this may sound crazy to the normal individual, the average individual. This may sound crazy, right? But for
you understand?
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. When it comes down to you coming across certain content or certain people speaking on certain situations, or just an individual talking to you in person, listen. This is confirmation, or these are things to where it's like, yo, it's meant for you to hear it. Now, if it's not meant for you, okay, cool. Keep it pushing. Okay, cool. Nah, I'm okay. I mean, nah. You feel me? However you feel is how you feel. You feel me? Listen, everybody has their own life. I will never again try to get certain individuals to, see what I see. Why? Because of the fact that I know that there are a bunch of people that feel the same way that I feel. And that's the ones that I connect with. So
I didn't remember the other day when you were talking about something like that wasn't you, because you just lit the camera and it was so different. Like, I'm confused. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so
you know what I said?
So as far as wait. As far as the camera thing, I'm gonna show you again, and I'm gonna show y'all what she talking about. But go ahead, bro. I'm gonna show y'all because she thinks. Go ahead.
My bad. Right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
No, that's why I don't know. You know, a character or whatever, but like you know what I'm saying. Like, but at the same time, I was telling this to my mom this morning. Same type of, you know what I'm saying, vibration or whatever. But I said, don't you think that's unfair? That's why I came in with my delivery of like, you know how, I don't know if y'all heard, I didn't really like evolve anyway. You know how people say, everybody be doing like this and everybody do it like that. Y'all all say that at one point, you know what I'm saying, within this conversation. And that's why that was part of my delivery, because just coming up with that concept, just as well as we talking about it, and then you, as an example, you did it today, Dre. You say for the people that don't understand what you two guys are talking about, like we was in there, you know what I'm saying? We were jumping, like I was finishing it. You was like, you know what I'm saying? We was in there, like you was like, hey man, you know what's going on? You know, like feeling, like whatever. Without Kevin, I'm like, you know what I'm talking about? And then that's the thing about it. I know he don't know the answer that I asked him just because of what that's how I come. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, right?
Right, boom. But look, that's what I'm saying. So you gotta ask. You need to ask. If you're meant to hear it and learn it and understand it, that person is there with patience, would sit there, but just be, you know what I'm saying? Like this.
Exactly.
Just ask that person what level. Now you know how to control your own content. Like I said, bro, hold on, man. Look, I ain't with that crazy shit or whatever. Like you ain't gonna make no sense or whatever and stuff like what you talking about or whatever. Like break it down. Like, but boom. But people, you know what I'm saying? want to sit there and misunderstand and enjoy your time because it's not gonna end off well. You know what I'm saying?
And this is my thing. Yeah. And one thing that I'm gonna say as well. One thing I'm gonna say as well is more in the sense where it's like, bro, like when it comes down to it, this is why I always give everybody a chance to speak their own, perception, their
That's
own
a fact.
individuality. I give people that space to where it's like, all right, well, cool. You can speak on how you feel. And listen, at the same time, if people come through, vibe out for a second and leave, or if they see and then hear, what we're speaking on and leave, I don't care about that. Why? Because of the fact that
people come and go.
There's people that come through and stay. There are people that's going to come through that's going to interact with the conversation. There's people so I don't care about. Motherfuckers. Like this is the thing. Like a lot of people doing things. See, what's so bad about it? Because I switch it back to this other side. A lot of people are doing a lot of things for views. Like they feel as though they want to tap into things to get views behind it, or they want to. They just want that what they call clout. You feel me? They want to do things for clout. They want to do things to where it's like, all right, well, I could get popping off of, tapping into these certain areas as far as anything, right? But then when you sit down with them, right? Or if they come in your live, right? And then you ask them certain questions, they're not going to be able to answer.
That's
they either going to fold up or they're going to leave. You feel me? They can't, like, on the road, like, Mud do a lot for clout. On my end, I'm going to say this. If I don't know about something, I'm going to say that I don't know. And if I don't have nothing to say about it, I will shut the fuck up. I'll be real quiet. Excuse my language.
Because I want to learn.
I will be silent. Because I'm the type of individual to where it's like, yo, that part as well. Yeah, I want to learn. I want to pick up what you putting down as well because even though, you can be saying something that's not all the way factual. The thing about me is that I'm gonna look into it, and I'm gonna ask you questions on how. What your thoughts is.
Because you're open-minded.
Also look into it. Like, all right, well, where can I find this information? You feel me?
Yeah, when you're open-minded, you think that way.
I am not that type of individual to just take somebody's word. Why? Because
that's face
I've
value.
been lied to all of my life. You feel me? So I'm not going to just take your word for nothing.
That's a fact.
Now, remember the last time we had talked? And I was like, yo, I left you with a word. I bet you ain't looking into it. That was the example of what I was talking about. I said, look for star seed. I was telling you, like, look under that star seed.
Indigo children.
You see, and that's what I'm saying. All that tape. No, that's in a way, like, man. Energy.
I want to go get a Cardi B and Offset mule.
Damn.
See?
Guys.
But
yeah.
If you want to try, that's how you can learn it in ways. Like start from star seed. And star seed clusters. It's gonna unlock. It's gonna unlock.
Well, that's the thing, right? Yeah. So look, I'm gonna tell you this.
Watch.
I'm gonna tell you this, G.O.D.
I'm here again. I'm gonna say that.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I love when you come over here, as well as the knowledge, and also good over here. Because I told her earlier, I'm like, yo, your insight or your thoughts, your views, your opinion means a lot when it comes down to when I do my lives as far as speaking on, real ass shit. Like, don't feel as though, like, so when it comes down to it, it's like this. Boom. I'm gonna say this, going back to you, G.O.D. No, I looked into Star Seeds. I knew a little bit about it. When you brought it up to me. But when I looked it up, I got a greater understanding of what a Star Seed is. So it's like, all I'm saying is this.
This is it.
Dog. All I'm saying is this.
Touche.
I love having these type of conversations because it's a lot that y'all put me on as well. Like I would never say in this lifetime that I know every fucking thing. I would never. I would never say that I know everything. At all. I would never say that.
You can. It's easy. Just ask.
Well, I mean, yeah, listen, but that's the thing though. That's me. If I say that, that's me being egotistical.
Yeah, egotistical. No, you say.
No. At the same time, no. Because I feel like that's why I say, like, that's why, like, see, that's the thing though. Listen, right? In a general state, look, right? Hear me out. In a general state, a lot of people won't say they don't know. Now, me, I'm not one of them. If I don't know, I already said it. If I don't know, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I have no problem saying that I don't know about something. I will never speak on something or act like I know about something that I don't know about. If I don't know about it, I'm gonna tell you. No, I can't answer that. Or bro, I don't know about that. Can you inform me? I'm gonna follow it up, but I'm gonna follow up. But can you inform me a little bit more on what you're speaking on? You feel me? I'm gonna ask you because I don't know. I'm not gonna leave it at I don't know. See, look, motherfuckers will be like, all right, well, you asked him something. Oh no, I don't know.
You said it.
Right?
Yeah, on the real. You gonna tell me to fly no rocket? Like I ain't waking up tomorrow and all of a sudden, hey man, can you fly this rocket out of here? Save us. Because I got the faith that God would not put none in my test to it. Impossible for me to take care of. Like, why would a rocket guy be at the front door?
It's different.
Who sent you, dude?
It's different information for different people because everybody has a different journey, right? So a lot of times we have to understand that information. I think a lot of times now it's not information. We use information instead of using your structure from it. So a lot of people has information, but they don't have no character of the information they have. So a lot of people are just smart with making bad decisions. So it's like a lot of people they're smart, but they still make worldly decisions but call themselves godly like. Right? You see what I'm saying? So I don't think information is said. I think information is shown. So a lot of people that had information, they didn't just say they had it. They shown you through their science. They shown you through their inventions. They're showing you through a lot of things. I'm just saying from a lot of times, if you look at past, when people say they was astrologists, they love astrology. Not everybody loves astrology because their purpose ain't for astrology. His purpose is for maybe a blacksmith. His purpose is maybe for carpentry. His purpose maybe for farming. So what happens now, we all know our purpose, but nowadays, everybody knows about everything, but never been in a farm. They never been a scientist. They never created anything, but they know all about chromosomes. They know all how to break down genes because you have learned about it, but you never created anything. So that's the difference. Like, understand, like, a lot of people say they're science, but can't fix their grandma from being sick unless they Google it. So it's like you're not learning these things from your own connection through universe telling you what to put together. You're watching somebody else's, I guess, their structure. And then you're learning from somebody else. And you're making it seem like it came from you. It didn't come from you because the universe didn't tell you this. It came from somebody else. So even our ancestors, they brought down generations of how to cook, what medicine to take. So if your child got sick, they'll say, well, go outside and grab a little bit of honey from this, or grab a little bit of a little dandelion. But we don't do that. We get Tylenol. We give our kids flu. We give them medicine. And then when he's sick, you take him to the hospital. He gets shots. When he has to go to school, you give him boosters. When you do all these things, but then you say, oh, I can heal you. How can you heal you when you go to the system for all the medicine? So that's not, you can't say you're a healer.
There's the medicine, nowhere to go.
And that's the thing. So
now look, right?
You need deep.
I'm gonna let you land. No, I gotta say something about what you. I'm gonna let you land. Go ahead, bro. Land. Go ahead and land. You wasn't. I know you ain't done. Go ahead and land because I got something to say.
Only thing I'm saying is, I think a lot of times too, I'm gonna land it right here. I think we should show our creation and stop speaking on our creator. And that's it.
All right. So look, right. This is the thing as well, like, because you said something very important as far as, like, I mean, and it goes back to what I actually said earlier in this live. You know, it's like, yo, Muzz got so much connection. Like, first of all, I was speaking on the kids initially, right? Because I'm very, excuse me, no, because I gotta get this out. No.
He said, nah.
I'm very invested in the youth. I'm very invested in the youth, right? Alone, the youth alone. Yeah. Again, as you said, and I don't know who said it in this live, but somebody said, "Oh yeah, you can't teach old dogs new." Well, I think it was knowledge, right? And when it comes down to older people, listen. When it comes down to older people, that's what we're speaking on. When it comes down to you can't teach old dogs new tricks, right?
Yep, you can't.
Right. So going back, right? So look, what I'm saying is this, yo, what you said was very important just now, right? Because of the fact that, as I said earlier, these kids nowadays have internet access and are able to see a lot that's going on, right? And even people that's older, and they get to a point where they know every fucking thing.
That's a fact. Because of the fucking internet.
Never been through nothing. Never had to deal with that in a personal standpoint. This is why, I mean, when it comes down to the see, I said that earlier, right? But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna bring it. Let's get it right now, right? That's why with the whole Young Thug case, right? Listen, right? Listen, because I'm all for music, right? So with the Young Thug case right now, previously, Young Thug said, "Oh yeah, I know who's a rat and who's not." But then what happened? It's a lot of people that's in YSL that start folding up and start saying that YSL is a gang.
Hey, yo, real shit, right? I just had to turn them down, mute myself. I'm gonna tell you something real, right? Make sure.
Right. The whole time it's like, yo.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna tell you something real. The way this generation is, I think it's going, and it's not righteous because I think we using this information. Like I said, we use information for infiltration. People are learning to make themselves better than us. People are learning things to make themselves better than you because by them having information, you don't make themselves feel like they're better than you. When they're not nowhere near better than you, they're fucking just the same as you. You just learned something they didn't know. But a lot of people think that they learned something, that they're connected. How are you connected when you're learning from somebody else that's connected? None of the information came from your connections. So it lets me know you're not connected. You're just learning from connected people, and then you're giving information to make it seem like you're connected. You're not connected. You're just learning from people that are connected to make it seem like you're connected because people that don't know you don't know you. They don't know if you're connected or not, but the information you're giving off sounds like you're smart or you're connected. Man, that's information that you learned from other people, you know what I mean, experience, and you have no experience. Like he was saying, a lot of kids right now, they got mad information with no experience. Haven't been through half of the shit they talking about or what they think they know about, but they can give you information. This motherfucker that ain't got no kids to tell you how to raise your kids, and you ain't got one child, but they can give you information. Information came off your experience. A lot of people ain't got no experience, but they got a lot of information. Another thing is too, people use this information to make they seem like they. I'm watching this shit. You got men right now that's using this information to make themselves seem like they're smarter than other men because a lot of men might not be that intelligent or might not whatever, but they might be good men. They might be hard workers. They might be good dudes. They might be this, but they might not be so into like learning all these things, you know what I mean? So when another brother come around that used the information of infiltration, he used the information to make the other brother don't look as maybe as talented or maybe as creative or maybe as this like this because of what he's learned to manipulate the system. And he used that information to manipulate a female to think he's more than what he really is. But the information made him think that way because if he didn't have no information, he wouldn't have nothing to say. So a lot of people only got a lot of shit to talk about because a lot of shit they learned. Man, I was smart. I've been getting connections from the universe since I was a kid, man. I've been talking like this since I was a child. Man, that's why I talk so fast. Man, the downloads in my head come way faster than I speak. That's why I got to learn how to talk as fast as I think because I think faster than I talk, man. But a lot of people don't have that shit. A lot of people have information, but they're not connected. Some people got connection with no consciousness. They're connected. They don't even know it. They feel it. They feel they're connected. They just don't know how to. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to go about it. You know what I mean? And you got people that's conscious as hell with no connection. They're conscious. They know about the universe, know how the world works, but they have no connection with God. And I'm gonna keep it real. And I told my wife this, and I don't want to talk bad on nobody. Say that. I be thinking God don't let everybody in.
Yeah, but listen. When I started studying, but he was homeless all his.
Nah. See, look. I don't want them to mute anybody. do that. So that's what you're saying, good, because on the real, when it comes down to it, I feel like people are reading too literal into. First off, you said first. Wait, good. Keep that thought in mind. Give me a second, right?
They don't stop.
With that alone, right? Mother's talking about some. Oh yeah, Jesus was able to. He was homeless, but he was able to turn water into wine. Are you thinking literal, or are you thinking in the sense where? Okay, listen. I was speaking on this earlier, right? And I'm gonna ask you this one question. Listen, get over here. Keep your thoughts in mind because because I don't want you to lose your thoughts, and I need that right now. But hold on. So GOD, right? So I'm gonna ask you this. Would you rather, right? If you was in a position to where you gotta choose between you getting the car or getting the home or you keeping your home or keeping your home. What are you gonna choose? What are you gonna choose? That's my question to you. If it came down to a car and a home, what are you gonna choose? What are you choosing? The home. You're gonna choose the home, right? Okay, cool. That's what you choose, right? I'm gonna tell you this. For what they call Jesus, or me without a wine and shit, all that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Everything is not taken literal. Listen, hear me out. Yo, when it comes down to it, it's like this, bro. You can make anything happen from what you got. Right. From what you have, like you chose the home, right? You chose the home, right? Hell yeah. Now, look. Okay, listen. Okay, all right, cool. Well, look, that's how you're perceiving what you got going on. This is the thing about what they call Jesus, right? The thing is this: Jesus is in you. This a part of you, and this is the thing. It is your higher self. It's like, yo, must not understand it. It's like, yo.
Like Jesus is like a universe. Because you was on Christianity, like so I was like,
nah, we ain't speaking on no religion, bro. Nah, we're not speaking on. Listen,
I know.
Nah, bro. What she was saying was real deep. It was real deep, and then you got to that point where, you hopped on some shit. That's why I had to stop the whole conversation because. All right, go ahead. Speak your piece. Go ahead.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see how she doing? She like, there's levels to this stuff, man.
It is. You gotta really get to it. That's why I said.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, she doing
all right. Nah. Good over here. See, nah, I gotta pause. I gotta pause you, bro. I gotta pause you. Cause I don't want to mute them. I don't want to mute the live. I don't want to mute the live for anybody to talk. So I mean, go ahead, get over here.
Well, no, I'm just telling you my experience as a young kid, learning, and reading for myself, Like, I just knew my God was not angry. Like, God isn't supposed to be really angry. He only was really angry like a few times. Like, that's why I was like, when I read the whole Bible, it's really showing me, like, like, I didn't really, I was like I said, you gotta discover yourself, You gotta really put 3 and 4 together, and 3 and 4 was, it was just not adding up, and that's how I always feel. And so you read the Bible itself, and it shows you Jesus was really like a man, like a regular man, and he was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Like, you were doing your purpose, Like, I never understood when we just come, I don't know, like I said, I was raised in the church, and I just had so many other little, stuff that I did not agree with when it comes to Christianity. Like, you can't be like this, because if we have the main God, if our God's supposed to be the main God, why are we acting like this? Like, I just didn't understand.
For real.
With the Quran, like I read the Quran, I've been to mosques, and how they do their shit. It's just, know what I mean? I always said that. Like, it can't be Christianity. Like, if there's a narrow path, I promise you it's not Christianity. I said Christians be the main ones. I'm telling you, they be the Christians. Like, the ones that call it.
See, this the thing. This the thing, right? And I love it. I love it. I love everything you're saying right now, right? Because of the fact that it's like, yo, I came from that same background to where, like, yo, a lot of individuals built around me, as far as old elders, are so heavy into Christianity or whatever you want to call it, right? And I would question their shit. I'm like, yo, hold up. This don't make sense. You make this make sense? Oh, no, listen. You gotta believe in God. You gotta believe in the most. They ain't say the Most High. You gotta believe in God. Oh, no, you shouldn't question God. You should, like, yo.
You got a tree guy.
How do you feel as though that makes sense? It doesn't make sense. If I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and then God Himself is in me, you're saying God Himself is in everybody. God made us in His image. You're saying His. Whole time, I don't see it as His or her. I see it in a whole different spectrum. When money's hop on that type of time, it's like, yo, all right, well, you saying that I can try to, you telling me that I can't ask questions? No, it's not. It's not about the energy right now, bro. It's about the fact that it's about the fact that motherfuckers try to get you to believe something that you're not gonna believe. You feel me? And all believe means, listen. All believe means is accepting something. That's what. Look up the word believe. Believe means accept. I'm not accepting what y'all trying to put in my head. I'm not gonna believe nothing that you putting in my head.
Well, but this is the other thing. I don't want to feel like I be crucifying the Christians at all. Because, like I said, I have one.
I'm not saying that. I feel the same way. I'm not doing that. But go ahead. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But go ahead. Like I want to make that known. Like I'm not. Listen. Teach his own. How you live is how you live. But go ahead.
It's my, that's why we could talk about it, because those are your people, like, this is you, like, I don't know, like, I feel like, I'm saying me, like, I could talk about it because this is my people, like, Christians is my people, and so, even if you look at the end of the Bible in Revelations, let me tell you, it talks about the churches, and if you really lay it out, I be laying it out, like, it's talking about y'all, right here, the people who was in Baal, who was sacrificing their babies to Baal, okay? These was the people who was just letting things happen. And we seeing that you could play out the Bible a lot of times. It's simple, I don't know. I just never understood.
Well, look, it's the thing. Like, see, this is the thing. The reason why you never understood, I'm gonna tell you this. The reason why you never understood is because the level of comprehension. That's the big difference. A lot of people can't comprehend what they read. And even if they do comprehend what they read, they still going to live in a lie. So it's like, you're not wrong about nothing that you're saying right now. It's the fact of, are you going to accept what's real and what's not? That's all it's on.
Yeah, and so that was my main question when I was growing up. I just never understood it. And, but ultimately, I could say I'm a Christian. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I believe a lot. I believe in the Christian morals, but I don't think I'm Christian. I don't. And so that's something I talk about often, because I think that I want to be an influencer for God to really show people really who God is. Because I think people miss who God is in the Christian church. You're missing the whole point of this. You're missing it. God was simple like this. It was simple. I actually see him as a black man walking around. He probably walking around here somewhere. Somewhere right now. You feel me? And I see people, and I know like different things. Growing up, it was never like, I never really felt like what they was talking about in church. Like, I feel like church is like the bread and butter. Like, you gotta get it and go room and put it together. Like, you know?
No, and look, let's think about it. Because every individual does not have that same discernment that you have, right? Everybody doesn't have that, right? So they're Christians, and they die-hard Christians or Catholics or these other religions. They're so die-hard, and they're not looking at the bigger picture of what is the fuck really going on. And they're always going to follow behind that same energy, that same book, or all that shit. Like, they're going to follow behind it till death, right? And it's the same individuals that's going to get stuck with the whole demonic energy behind it, because all this was a step. Like, first off, I feel as though church alone, or, I mean, whatever you read, right? You gotta remember this. I can read a book right now. Go read a book right now. Honest can read a book right now. And then also G.O.D. can read a book right now. And it's all how we perceive life alone. Right? This is why they say it's books in the Bible, right? And at the same time, the people that wrote the Bible had their own perception, their own thoughts on. If we can think about any book is your own perception, your own thoughts, how you feel as though it should work out for yourself and the people that follow behind you. You gotta understand, like, everybody has their own people that they're connected to. So, like, yo, this shit, like, it's really simple to understand, but it does go deep. But I digress. Because yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
I actually could sit here and talk about it for hours, you know, like, and a lot of times.
That's what I wanted to say. I'm sorry, before I lose it. Look, you know all things happen for a positive reason. If the people are there, like the diehard Christians, that mean, you know, like the ones that don't catch it as fat, they catch that, you know what I'm saying? But there is, like, if you really talk to them, because I talked to a man that went to college for that stuff, and she go on orphanages and she goes with the rats, and that's what I'm saying. As I speak to her, like, you know, just be on religion, she got degrees and stuff. It's just because she said there's ones that still lost. You know what I'm saying? And you sit there, and it's like, it's not their fault that they're, you know, they get their calling. No one's business. It's like they're just say that, yeah, it's their job. All right, it's their job. Like, everybody, even the test, they love you too. You know, you communicate with them. It's not in slander, especially if you're proceeding good. But I mean, hey, why not go see what they're doing the same thing that you're doing, but not singing the same song?
That's what I learned. Exactly. What I learned about that too is when God said, "Let there be light," it was a frequency. You have to understand that when Lucifer fell from heaven, what was he going to do? He fell from heaven and he took the band with him. Let me tell you. Now it's a frequency that's going around. You have to really feel when God said, your words are powerful. That's why I'll be like, really, like, looking around, like, are y'all putting this into play? It's a playbook. God is talking about being on. It's a playbook. Like, it's simple. God got 10 simple rules, right? I'm used to always like be like this. Like, this is simple. God is you gotta read into the characteristics of God in it. Like, it gives you a lot about who he is and what he is. You feel me? And people don't realize that. what he do and how he move is really how you're supposed to be moving. Like it's no, and that's how it's supposed to be. Like, and when I was listening to when I be listening to some of the pastors, they say the same stuff over and over and over. Y'all is teaching like something over and over.
Real quick, right? Hey yo, listen, get over it. I'm all with you, right? At the same time, it's like, yes, I mean, that's why I keep saying discernment. Like, yo, you have to know what's what. You feel me? You gotta know. At the same time, when it comes down to these, these rules that you just spoke on, right? At the end of the day, it's like, yo, I'm gonna say this, like, they thinking about it on a sense where it's like, it's this entity, or it's a situation to where it's like, oh damn, like I'm looking for somebody to save me. The only person that's gonna save you is you.
That's why I said
the only thing that's gonna save you is you. It's you. Let's be real about it. Like, yo, the only thing that's gonna save you is you. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you all this. I am not a religious individual, but there is a lot that's in the Bible alone, for the Bible that I read or that I've read. I mean, it's a lot in there that does play a big part in everything that's going on. But this is the thing, yo. This is the thing. It's individuals that live by that one book. I call it a book. I try not to call it a book too much because I don't want to offend anybody. But it's a fucking book. Excuse my language. Excuse me. It's a book. It's a book to get you to understand what life truly is. You gotta use your own discernment to really realize what these scriptures truly means. And that's the part that blows my mind. So where it's like people will go to these establishments and deal with these pastors or these it blows my mind that y'all think that this is it. Y'all think that y'all going to
you do think about it like we disturbed. Like you sat there that whole time and then you got up in the parking lot. Let me tell you, I be watching when I was a kid. I watched everything. You sat out here and you would just cut somebody out. You smoking a cigarette. Like, didn't we just say we supposed to be doing things? We supposed to be pressing towards the mark of Christ. I never understand that, and I'm gonna say this to the death of me, right? We supposed to be pressing towards the mark of Christ, right? And he told you not to get drunk, but you just got drunk right after church. That don't make sense to me. He said not to be drunk. This is how you stay in the consciousness, and you know we're supposed to be putting that stuff to work to me, like. And I was always like, y'all not even putting this stuff to work, like. God said to God said to love your neighbor like you're supposed to love your neighbor. That's a universal law. That's do what you want to be treated. And you can't even do that. Like, that was so weird to me. Like, we sit in these groups and I watch you do little shady shit and all this. Like, you're supposed to be the deacon. You get me? Like, what? I never understood it. All the time. You like, but I can't say that because, like I said, these is my people. Like, I'm part of the community. So it's hard, you know? It's hard to say stuff. You can't that's just been my experience. Like I said, growing up, having a granddad that's all. Like, tell me all of it. I see all of it. The insides and the outsides. So you can't tell me that that's what God wants. Like, I know you. Because y'all don't even do the basics, you know, loving each other. Like, I couldn't never understand that when I was younger. Like, what are we doing?
It's my religion. Still, I believe in love.
Yeah, and then my things too if you had the most, when I was studying about the Quran, and I was reading the Quran and all that, and I was studying like mosques and like really what they be doing on the Islam side, right? Because I always thought it was like this. It was like Abraham, it was a split, right? Like it was the Israelites and it was the Islam. So I was like, let me go see what the Islams is talking about, right? So I went like, and these people is like the best people. They waiting on you. They you doing the mosque. They letting you. They talking to you and all that. Like you could feel God here. Like God is in here. I feel God here, and they don't gotta run around and do all of this. So I'm confused. I would never, even to this day, I will never understand how you could go to Christian church. You be, they be fly as hell, everything, you do it, and in the parking lot, y'all cussing each other out, y'all doing all of this. Like, what? This a God we serve? Is this the God we're supposed to be serving? That's how I always thought. Like, what is this? I'm telling you, Muslims, they get up at 5 o'clock, they put out their runs, you feel me? They got a schedule. Like, I feel like if we were supposed to be worshiping the Most High God in this religion, we supposed to be treating God like He's the Most High God, right? But no, Christians don't do that. Christians is the worst. Like, I don't understand.
Well, no, look, like, can I say something? With that, all right.
Yeah, okay.
Train ready. Whenever it's my turn. Go ahead, put a bomb. Yeah.
Nah, go ahead. Just go ahead.
Take some things up and just hear me out. That's what I did. I'm a bad boy. But it makes sense. Alright? Words powerful. Like, check this out. I'm gonna put an example. Say you got over there, and every day you walk up on and say, Biggie me down. Every day, you know what I'm saying? Biggie me down.
I'm following you.
You heard me? Like, look, alright, this normal. You know what I'm saying? Alright, Biggie me down. Now, one day she gonna know you're gonna ask for $1, but you switch it up and say, give me $3. Give me $3. Give me $1. Every day, okay? Every day, wake up. Every day. It's like you're praying on her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're praying on her. But it went down. It's way like it's for show. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she don't come through that day, boy, it's like you been let down. Okay, now we back. Here I go. You're praying on her. You're praying on her. All right. A pledge. Okay, you join a society. Make a pledge to that society. At the beginning, you used to pledge. Hopefully you graduated in the police academy or whatever. You're in the army. Well, make a pledge. It's one time. Okay, pledge. You know, you're gonna be. But you're gonna be there. Like, you won't come out, man. You're there. Like, you can wake up anywhere. You're there. You heard me? Oh, thank you. I'm still a part of the team. Does everybody? Because you didn't do nothing to be not out of there. You heard me? Boom. Now, here we go. This the boom. You praying and a pledge. You know, if you was to make a pledge in sincerity, the grief the one is, he's probably busy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of serious matters besides you praying every day. You know, this be accepted. You got it. You know, just thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Whatever. So if you pray something, you know what I'm saying? It's like, or whatever like that. Not to say, like, I'm building up to this say, won't people stop praying and just make a sincere pledge? And just, the only thing is, you woke up. That's enough, right?
Listen.
Prayer is heavy. Prayer is heavy. You gotta stay connected. That's how you stay connected.
I know. You're walking by faith. You're walking by faith. The only thing you need is a mustard seed. No, every time I'm stopping, I'm really like some more. Because everything is put in my path for positive reason. That's the division I jumped in. You know, like it's straight like that. Like, I don't have no choice.
No. You do have a choice. But at the same time, everything that's being said is very important right now because of the fact that the reason why it's very important is because a lot of people don't understand that you have a choice in everything, right? This is why you come across certain individuals. This is why you go through a lot that you go through in life alone. You have the choice on whatever you feel the moment you wake up every day. Whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do. It's not behind nobody else. At the same time, listen, when it comes down to it, yes, there is a higher power. We get this energy from somewhere, right? And then, I don't try to tap into too much on these other entities and, and all that other stuff. Listen, right? I try my best not to tap into stuff like that, but I'm going to say this. When it comes down to it, in the book that was given, a lot of us was raised a certain type of way to where, we grew up in the church. What I'm going to say is this. The church is just, you got to take your time out to really go other places and really understand what life is alone. This is one thing. Going back to it. You are me, and this is what was written in the book alone. Yeah, I'm going to call it the book. No disrespect to nobody, but it's a book. But in that book alone has a lot of valuable information. You are made in God's image. Point blank simple, right? So with that being said alone, you have God in you. Okay? What they call God because they're not giving the actual name to the Most High or to the energy that created everything that's going on as far as this what we call Earth or in the universe. There's one creator and all of us are a part of this one creator. Why? Because the creator was nothing but consciousness. It was nothing but that. And instead of creating, right? To where that's why it's to a point where it's people that see a lot of level to it, right? But that alone, like I'm telling you, what I'm giving you right now, is like yo.
And then think about this, right? You know what's the hint? That you know that God's in you? It's the sixth sense that you already have. It's called common sense. That's what the Bible
And listen,
see, on earth is five. Your sixth sense to let you know that God's is in you. They call it a little voice. They call it a conscience. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you something. It's already here. I'm saying it. I'm trying to tell you. It's your sixth sense. That's the little hint that God's in you on earth. Like in front of you, and they teach you the easy ones. Of course, they're not going to tell you that you're godly smart in kindergarten and stuff like that. Your sixth sense is
that's why you gotta get them when they're young, because they're gonna let them know. You need to let them know that you is not just you is water. Listen, God is a God of water, air, fire. You can see it all.
All elements.
The Bible.
Together. I'm a Capricorn. You know about Zodiac? I'm a Capricorn cuz. I have a little Aquarius in it, so I'm Earth boy anyway. I don't really care for fire like that, so it's more element into it's like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't care for fire, but you overhead. You don't care for fire, but you overhead. I'm fired.
Oh, so
If you want to go that way,
when you read the Bible,
hold on. Go ahead.
This is my major key when it comes to God. This is what I tell people. And they be like, oh, no. I said this, you gotta look at the characteristic of God and what he says in the Old Testament, New Testament, as Jesus Christ. And then this is what I really believe. I believe we in the spirit, right? This is the new Christ, right? God the Father was in the Old Testament, that's back in the day. God the Son was really here to show you how it goes. And then this new thing is the Spirit, right? Spirit is coming by and he's showing everybody what to do and how to do it. Why? Because this is a consciousness. Like, I don't know what, I always like I said, when I was raised in the church, it's simple. You will see who God is. Like I said, when God said, let there be light, that was a frequency. He let that frequency off. And so when somebody said about the Big Bang Theory, I'm like, you're right. He left off a Big Bang, and that frequency was his voice. That Big Bang was his voice. Now listen, and if you study really how God moved, you got to study how God moves. That's how I say it. I tell people, you got to study how God moves. And let me tell you, Isaiah 1, he tells you right here, he says, I want y'all like, y'all look like scarlet, which is scarlet is like red. And he said, I want y'all to look like white. That's it. He says, come to me, reason together. And what is reason together? If you look at the word reason together in all translation and everything, he's saying, come to me so I can let you know what to do, let you know. Like, it's not hard.
So you start in red, right? Hear me out, right? You start in red, right? So think about when they use what's it called when they use chakras, right? You know, the bottom of it, you start at red, right? And you gotta work your way up to the yellow, to the orange, to the I believe it's blue, and it's the green, to the purple, to the crown. It's like, yeah, you start at that red. You start at the red, yo. All this stuff ties together. That's why I said everybody.
How God says it ties together. He said it works together for the good of those who love God. You cannot sit here and tell me like God is not really trying to.
And that's what's so lovely about it because there are people out here that doesn't have that open mind to where it's like, yo, it's not going to tie together because I believe in this or I see it this way. Whole time it's like, yo, you only going back to what I said earlier, previously. Everybody is their own piece to the big puzzle. You feel me? So it's like, yo, would you think of that one way or feeling as though, oh yeah, your way is the right way, you're the fuck wrong. You're just a piece of like, yo, for somebody to run with the Bible or just run with spirituality or however you perceive life alone, would you run it with that? Would you run it the way that you run it? It's like, yo, for the people that do feel as though they read about every fucking thing or they know everything, you're the fuck wrong. You're just a piece of the puzzle. The big.
I'm telling you, and God tells you it too. And then let me tell you, you got another scripture in Isaiah. Everything. Listen, it's a scripture on scripture. Like, that's the other thing too. He's saying it's lining up. Like, you gotta read what he's saying, but not really read what he's saying. Like, it's obvious. Like, God is telling you simple things. Like, the whole 10 Commandments is really major laws called universal laws. These are universal laws. Look, don't bear false witness. The other thing too, I told Christians, y'all bear false witness. Y'all be lying. She was like, what? You're lying.
Notice.
That's very cool.
Listen, right? I don't know the 10 Commandments, right? But I'm almost guaranteed that the 10 Commandments lines up with the universal laws, right? If you know about the universal laws and also the commandments, right? For the people that know it, right? Sit down and think on both sides, right? Maybe you looked at one side, all right, well, you could be a Christian or whatever your religion is, whatever the commandments is. But look at universal law. Look at universal law because it's going to line up in all ways. It's going to line
that you say
I've
heard it in my life. Okay. I'll do it.
But listen, even if you never heard it, I'm telling you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I am not a preacher. I am not a teacher. But I am.
Who are you? Where did you go?
I am.
I came here.
I am. Listen, I came here as well. But listen, right? I would never really consider myself as a teacher, but at the same time, I know I teach without teaching. This is what I'm gonna say. Like, this is what I'm gonna say. Who I am is an individual that is going to get you to really realize certain things off of me just using my throat chakra, me using my mouthpiece, me giving you my energy. You're gonna get it. Whether you feel it right now, whether you get it right now, or you come back later. Regardless, if you hear my voice and I speak to you, it's going to leave a puncture in yourself. Why? Because the Most High gave me that. I'm not honestly. I came here for my own things that I had to work on.
Yeah, we're on YouTube now. Oh, we got an audience. Hello. Oh, back to the show. Based broadcasting live from Mexico. These are the real albums from Mexico. What's wrong with this guy? He's been smoking a lot of marijuana after his body's red.
Who?
Oh, that's that guy there. That's his one eye. That's his face.
Listen, I'm not a person that knows everything, you feel me? But I know who God is and how you feel, you feel me? And sometimes you gotta. Yes, what is going on?
You gotta. Jeez, the universe is saying something there, broadcast. But we're gonna deal that guy. We got his rays over there. Under the stairs. Because it sounds like a beat of time. Maybe some sweet tea, G.O.D. out here in New Orleans. Well, they say most of them remain. And we're broadcasting with knowledge is keys. He's in the mines. He found him. He be smoking some dog. I don't know what the name of it is, but it looks like a waffle on the pyramid. Maybe it was in a waffle on the pyramid. Why they selling insurance? Thank you. The general. Shit. No, that's not good. He's a lot of guy. I want to be next to a lot of guy all day. I want to be next to no guy. He's around the shark guy at least. We got Sailor Moon. Brother or something. What picture is that? That is not it. You are mysterious. You
Come on, I'm down there just talking to him.